Shalom, call halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Wadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, to the Aquath that is listen and learn and being a pillar of rest, the 144,000 and one third, the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom and salutations to you all. I am the brother Yashuan. And as I was going into this lesson, a song popped into my head. Put on an iron shirt, right? And all of this comes up. Put on an iron shirt and chase the devil out of the world and chase Satan out of earth. I'm going to put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. Lyrics. What is that? Is that Bob Marley? Max Romeo, Chase the Devil. I'm going to put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth, right? I'm going to send him to outer space to find another race. I'm going to send him to outer space to find another race. What is this talking about? It's talking about them Edomites. I'm going to put on an iron shirt, right? The breastplate of the scriptures, and chase Satan, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, out of earth. Your kingdom is over with. Now it's time to put in that work right before you get chased out of the earth completely. Okay, send him to outer space. Yeah, your spirit is gonna go back, but we ain't gonna see you no more. So anyway, Max Romeo, right? Chase the devil, chase the devil. Okay, we're not gonna play it, but this is what came to mind. Okay, so let's get the scripture then. He will be chased out of he will be driven, right? Is this it? Job, and chased out of the world. Job 18 and 18. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world, banished, driven from the world. Okay, so there's this thing going on, right, in Amsterdam about a soccer match or whatever. They call it football, right? So interesting things going on. Let me see, Max Romeo. Let's see if I can get it right here. What is it? Amsterdam? Amsterdam riots. Why riots? Football, they call it football. Israelis. Okay. What happened? AELI. What happened? So what happened was these Israelis, right, were doing their thing. They went to the football match, but then they were starting shit, right, and riling up people in different in Amsterdam in the Dutch in Deutsch in the Dutch land, right? What are they doing over there? Okay, so they started a bunch of shit and then got checked, right? Because you're dealing with hooligans. First of all, what are you doing in Amsterdam, right? Dealing with football. You're dealing with hooligans. You're in somebody else's territory, right? That shit is like gang, like the Bloods against the Crip. That's serious business, football or soccer. And they will fight, they will kill. It's like wearing different colors. So these idiots ran through Amsterdam starting shit and then got checked and then played the victim card. That's what happened. Okay. And then that shit, it got, They had to control the narrative and push it out there that, oh, it's an anti-Shem, that whole thing. So what's happening? Somebody's getting chased out of Earth anyway. So let's see where this takes us. Let's see where this goes, because there's two stories. Of course, there's two stories. Okay? Amsterdam violence against Israeli football fans condemned as there's that thing. But wait a minute, who started it and what actually happened? It says these people, soccer fans, were attacked. No, they did the attacking, and then they got chased out of Earth. Condemned by mayor. Attacked. See, they're attacked. This is mainstream. This is legacy. Legacy media is going to say they were attacked. No, what happened? Let's see. Let's see if we can get a true narrative.
At least 62 people have been arrested and 5 are in hospital.
So this is Al Jazeera, and let's see if we can get any truth, because we know what happened. It says Israeli football fans clashed with protesters in Amsterdam. No, they started some shit on some football, on some soccer shit, on some soccer fan shit. Now, it just so happens that these soccer fans, guess what? Well, they participated, a bunch of them participated in the genocide. See, you got to understand that the Israelis, they have to go and serve in the military. So which one of them was over there, doing what they're over there doing in Gaza? That's part of what's going on. You take a soldier, right, fresh off the battlefield that done killed people, right, and you inject him back into everyday civilian life. You can say what you want to, but that could be a problem, okay? That might have something to do with what's going on here. And that's what some people are saying, and those things have to be considered. These people are out here acting like damn wild animals, and then when they get checked, it's somehow somebody else's fault.
Fighting between Israeli football fans and Palestine solidarity demonstrators in the Dutch capital. Video posted online shows Israeli fans tearing down Palestinian flags in central Amsterdam.
That's what started it. Football violence. So the Israeli soccer fans acting like hooligans in Amsterdam, okay? Doing what? Starting shit. So let's start there, because a motherfucker will have you believe that somehow a war started on October 7th of last year. And that's what this whole thing is about. No, the whole thing is about doing stupid shit like this. Let's go back to the beginning. Here you are. Here's what ignited everything. But somehow it turns out being the Israelis' fault and anti-whatever. You see that? You see how they flip it?
Fans of Israeli club Maccabi Tel Aviv were there for a Europa League match against Ajax. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he's sending 3 planes to the Netherlands to bring back Israeli citizens. Well, Seth Vassen joins us live now from Amsterdam. Seth, a bit of an explanation, please, of what actually happened that led to all of this.
Now, let's see if we get any truth out of this. Al Jazeera now. You have to start with the Israelis burning and tearing down flags. You don't do that. First of all, you're not in Israel. You're in Amsterdam tearing down Israeli, Palestinian flags. No, you're in the wrong.
Seeing some of those videos, and how are the Dutch authorities responding to this?
Well, thousands of Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters came to Amsterdam for this match against Ajax Amsterdam, and they had quite a vocal presence here in the center of the city yesterday, the day before the match. There were thousands of them rallying here at Dam Square, where I am standing right now, waving Israeli flags. There also was this moment when a Palestinian flag was torn down by them somewhere around the corner here. Hundreds of people were present, and the police just drove by, didn't intervene. Also, a taxi driver was attacked, which led to
Video posted online shows Israeli fans tearing down Palestinian flags in Amsterdam's city center. Here's what started the whole thing. You understand? Now, what's happened, right? Well, these people are getting chased out of the earth, okay? Because here's what they're going to do. They're going to go and listen, flag. Let me tell you what a flag means. Here's what a flag means this land belongs to me. So when you tear down the Palestinian flag, right, you're saying this land belongs to me. As you're committing a genocide in the land, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're running around the world threatening people, right? What are you doing? You're the one starting the shit. Come on now. Don't tear the flag down. You ain't at home. Don't tear the flag down. You out being a wild animal, okay? Thinking that you could just run over anybody that you want to. That's what's going on here.
Fight between taxi drivers and the supporters from Tel Aviv, and so this was the build-up to an escalation which happened after the match, which took place last.
There's a build-up to an ass whooping is what happened. Okay, so you have that, right? And this is a thing, and what they did, they had to spin it. Otherwise, it would have been huge, right? Oh, Jews attacked in Amsterdam. No. Get to the meat of it. They weren't attacked. They were put down. Okay? They were put down. Football is serious. You don't go through there acting like hooligans unless you are one. Anyway, let's go here. What else is going on? So that's the war, right? What's going on there? That's the war going to different countries. They done exported the war, right, to Amsterdam, to Europe. See? Is that cool? Who's winning the war? Israel's devastating defeat as IDF collapsing on all fronts. Colonel Larry Wilkerson and Scott Ritter. I got it queued up right here. Let's see who's getting chased out of the earth. What does this mean? You're supposed to be slaughtering and doing your genocide, but what's actually happening? Let's find out. 7 hours ago, Dialogue Works. Okay, so Nima here is talking to the colonel, and then I'm going to skip it up to Scott Ritter. Let's see how well the war is going.
In Israel. Your point is driven home when I say that Israel Katz certainly doesn't have the experience, and the new defense minister. We still have Halevi as the chief of staff. He has the experience, but they're losing their shorts in Lebanon. They've made very little progress. They've taken enormous casualties. I've pointed this out again and again to people. Yesterday, someone was telling me, well, the KIA count is down. I said, have you looked at the wounded in action count? The wounded in action count is off the charts. That's what you look at in modern war with a state like Israel or the United States or Russia, because we have such good battlefield evacuation procedures, such fast procedures, such good battlefield surgery techniques, good hospitals. And look at Israel. They're operating on maximally interior lines. They only have to evacuate them a few kilometers. So you look at the wounded in action count, and it's off the charts. You know, that's what really tells you if you're winning or losing. And these are not wounds that are just fix them and send them back to combat. These are missing arms and legs, missing other appendages. It's, you know, the wounded in action in Lebanon is really high right now. I'm hearing it's as high as 4,000.
Now listen to the way or the tone he has when he's talking about these Amalekites. He's got pure contempt He knows what's going on, and he's saying it openly. Listen to his tone.
That's horrendous when you think about they've only been at it for a few weeks.
What are the repercussions coming from what's going on in the southern part of Lebanon in the society of Israel?
I think we're looking at, there's no question in my mind that Gallant wanted to bring the Orthodox in because he's running out of soldiers. And that's an indication of what happened in Lebanon when they hit that buzzsaw. I mean, they've been losing in Gaza, no doubt about that. They've been taking a lot of hits in Gaza, but that's been going on it's been going on for over a year. And pretty intense combat. And it's not going away. The moment they think they've cleared a place, they move on to another place. They come back to the place they just cleared, like northern Gaza, and it's active with Hamas again. So they haven't accomplished even that.
They're not even. Here you are conducting a genocide, and you're losing. You got women and children, right? On the battlefield, you're just killing them, seeing how many you could kill. And the ragtag resistance, right, are whooping your ass. You're getting chased out. Okay? Hear what he's saying. They're getting chased the fuck up out of Lebanon. They're getting chased out of Palestine. You hear this? Listen to what he's saying.
Objective to eliminate Hamas. In fact, quite the contrary. I'm hearing that the recruiting for Hamas is off the charts. That they have so many people they can't train them fast enough. So you've probably got people coming in from the outside too. You've probably got Palestinians coming in from Jordan. You've probably got Palestinians coming in from Egypt. I wouldn't doubt that for a minute. Young men and young women coming in and volunteering. As I mentioned earlier in a previous interview, I think I'm hearing from Tunisia all the way to I heard even in Turkey there are young men and young women who want to volunteer to go down and help in Gaza, help Hamas in Gaza. So there's no shortage of recruits for Hamas. So he hasn't accomplished that objective. And now we're looking at Lebanon being very rapidly a worse situation than Gaza in terms of casualties and no progress being made. So he's fighting on two fronts in which he's losing fairly majorly. And I haven't even talked about the front that he really wants to focus on, and that's Iran.
All right. How are you going to fight all these fronts? Yeah, you're going to, the least of the flock is going to draw them out. Okay, so let me see, about 9:30. So he just starts right here. So let's just pick it up right here. You're going to switch from Larry. You're going to go to Scott Ritter. Now listen to Scott is going to say the same thing, Larry, with the same tone. Listen to how he's, wagging his finger at Israel, basically.
Last time we talked, I asked you if Iran would attack Israel, would respond to Israel or not. You said you don't know yet. But we've learned from the Iranian leader and Iranian president. Iranian leader said they're going to respond to Israel, but the president of Iran said their main goal is what's going on in Gaza. Their main focus is what's going on in Gaza. If they can get some sort of negotiation, ceasefire in Gaza, that's so much important for Iran than a response from Iran to Israeli attack. Right now, when you look at the situation in the Middle East, what's your assessment?
It's the same way. I mean, strategically speaking, for Iran to attack Israel is the dumbest thing in the world. Because right now, Iran can end the cycle of violence between Iran and Israel. Bring it into it. Cap it. Everybody knows the Israeli strike against Iran was pathetic. Everybody knows Iran can level Israel.
Listen to that. Everybody knows. Here's what he said. Everybody knows Iran can chase this devil right the hell up out of there. That's what's going to happen. Okay, these devils are putting on a brave face and they're controlling the media to make you believe that somehow they're winning or they're gonna, control the region, or somehow they're gonna drag America in to somehow save them so that they can continue to control the region. That's not what's going on. What's going on is this, okay? Right? He's getting driven from the world. We're watching it go down, okay? Get the hell out of Amsterdam. Get the hell out of Lebanon, right? Get out of Palestine, okay? From the world, they will reject him. He's being rejected, okay? He's being rejected. He's being the cloak over this devil. He's being revealed as the devil. Okay? A little more on Scott here.
So, you can have Israel saying things, you can have the Western media saying, but the people who know, the people who count, they know exactly what the score is. And as the Iranian president said, the number one priority for Iran has always been, in this case, supporting Hamas. And even though the situation is absolutely dire for the Palestinian people, Israel's not winning. Israel's losing. There's not a single metric out there that has Israel winning.
Israel's getting chased out of the earth, starting with Amalek.
One, challenge anybody to say one thing. Economically, no, their economy's collapsing. Tourism, done. They had to shut down Terminal 1. Nobody's flying in. No tourist economy. Nobody's investing in Israel. Nobody.
Listen, they're getting chased out of the whole region. Listen to what's happening to the greater project, okay? Greater Israel, all of that shit that they pulled out with the coyote bombs, and they showed you how they're going to take all of this land back. Right now, they're getting chased the hell up out of the Middle East.
The bill, Israelis are fleeing. They're fleeing their homes in northern Israel. They can't return to their home.
What does it mean, fleeing? What does that mean? They're fleeing. Listen to what he's saying. They're being banished. They're being chased from the inhabitant. They're chased out of the world, fleeing. Then these shall flee. Chased out. Remove him out of the world. Made to wander the landscape. Get the hell out. Yeah. You see that? That's what he's saying. I'm not making it up, right?
They're being bombarded. Israel, nobody's coming in. Nobody wants to be part of this. Israeli political commentators are talking about Israel in a near civil war state, fighting amongst themselves. Reservists are committing suicide.
Listen to that. Listen to what's really going on in Israel. The spirit of Israel is done. That project is over, okay? Everybody sees what's really going on now. Now they can't move forward with that, right? Even if they were winning a war, right? If they did win a war, it's over. Nobody wants to be part of that thing, right? Because it would be more of the same. You can't live in peace. There's not going to be no peace there. Sudden destruction.
Than joining up, desertion rates between 12 and 24% in certain units. They're not beating Hamas. They're not beating Hezbollah. They can't beat Iran. Where is Israel winning? And they're not. And the fact of the matter is, with this trajectory going the way it is, Israel will cease to exist as a viable national state in a year. Some people give them less than a year. Some people say they might be able to make it a couple years. But Israel, as we know, it's over. It's finished. The world has abandoned Israel.
The world has abandoned Israel. Look at, he's speaking right out. Driven from the world. Chased out. He's basically saying, from the world, they will reject him. What did he just say? They abandoned. That's the same thing. Removed. abandoned, crazy, banished, ban, abandoned, banished, ban, roll on, nigga. What did he just say? Banished from the world. He's saying it.
Israel will cease to exist as a viable national state in a year. Some people give them less than a year. Some people say they might be able to make it a couple years. But Israel, as we know, it's over. It's finished. The world has abandoned Israel. Israel will never recover
Banished.
Global approval for the state of Israel. The fact is, the world is insisting now on a Palestinian state, which is something, of course, this current iteration of the Israeli government says they will never accept, which is why they're collapsing, because they boxed themselves into a corner with no way out. So if I'm an Iranian, I'm sitting there, yeah, I mean, I'm mad. You killed 4 of my soldiers, you killed a civilian, you know.
Sun Tzu, let your enemy destroy him.
They're going to do it. But I'm also looking there going, Israel's defeating itself. Why do I want to do anything that gives Israel a way out? Because expanding the war is actually good for Israel. Because it changes the focus on Gaza. It changes the focus now to global stability. And everybody will be intervening to stop this war. And it'll be an intervention that is designed to preserve Israel's status as a nation state, to inject security into the mix. Iran doesn't want that. Nobody who is against Israel wants that. So the best thing to do is just sit back, continue to support Hamas, continue to support Hezbollah, and let Israel kill itself.
There it is. They're being driven from the earth, and we're watching it in real time. What are they doing? They're trying to stir up. They're trying to bring Jeremiah 49. Let's get that real quick. Here's what they're doing. 49:20. Here's what we see Israel doing right now. And it's not working. I mean, it is working because eventually Babylon the Great will have to come to their aid. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom. Okay, the Edomites. And his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. That's what they're doing right now. The least of the flock is Amalek, who are the Israelis. What are they doing? They're trying to get all of these people fighting. 7 fronts, like the dude said. That's what they're doing right now. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. He's doing that. He's stirring it up. All right? But guess what? We already know what's going to happen. All right? Flee. They're going to get chased out. Where is it? Satan getting chased out again. Right here. Flee. I'll just jump to it. This is 2 Ezra 15:32. Then these, who are these? Israel and Babylon the Great, shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. What? Flee? They're getting chased and driven from the world. See that? So there we have it. Was there more? Let me see. We started there. Was there more? I'll remember what else I had when it's too late. Oh, Chris Green was just on one. He was tearing it. Let me see. So this is 2 hours ago. This guy was just, basically letting you know what the hell is going on in Babylon right now.
Moving forward with secession. So I really want this to sink in. The country has not united. It's more divided than it ever has been. Now, we saw...
Why is it divided? Because Yahushua is bringing division. Right? Pursuant to Saint Luke. Not exactly sure what it is. Let's get it. Let's get the division, okay? Because that's what we see. Nay, rather. I tell you, nay, rather, division. Right? Why didn't it just pop up? I tell you, nay. Yahushua said, Luke 12:51, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. Okay, what did you say there, Chris Green? We're more what? Divided? Is that what you said? Where did Chris Green go? Chris Green go. Let's be here. One more time, Chris.
10 Republicans who've committed to supporting a referendum on secession from the United States were elected to the state legislature. According to the secessionist Texas nationalist movement, the 10 politicians, all of whom won seats in the Texas House of Representatives, were signatories to its Texas First Pledge.
Division.
So essentially, they're moving forward with secession.
Division.
So I really want this to sink in. The country has not united. It's more divided than it ever has been. Now, we saw, by the way, to me, even this landslide vote in Electoral College of the 270 honestly doesn't even feel right. Like, even to me, it kind of feels rigged. Like, even the outcome doesn't make sense on paper or even intellectually or psychologically to me, to be honest. I was expecting Trump to win, but I was expecting it to be a lot closer. Honestly, something's off about it. Like, seriously, though.
I don't know what happened there. But we said all of this in a previous video. Let me point it out. Let's see. That's my watch history. Let's go here real quick. So, yeah, that thing was rigged, and it was a psyop. All right, so not so fast. That was too easy. This is a psyop. All right, so check that out. Right, not many people did, but that's what's going on. All right, you bought into the left-right paradigm and you got lost there. They're laughing. They're all laughing to the bank. Anyway, yeah, man, this thing is over. This guy's getting chased out of the world right now.
That's what Israel's doing, killing itself.
In the southern part of Lebanon, Scott, we've seen a village. Here, let me show you. They bombed a village. You see all of the houses here are just exploding at the same time. And do you
Look at the devastation and the power that this devil has at his fingertips.
that it's all about the Hezbollah strongholds? Because the way they're talking about it, it's
Look at that.
yeah,
Woo.
it's unbelievable the way that they're attacking, they're destroying everything.
Let's get one on the way out. Hey, we got Jacob's trouble to go through. You see what this devil, that's making fire come down from heaven right there. Right? I don't want to go there. Where was I going? Right. Let's get them both. Let's get make fire come. Make fire come down from heaven. That's what that, heaven is the sky. Revelation. Revelation 13:13, and he doth great wonders, this devil, the so-called white man Esau, doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. That's what that was, right? Make no doubt about it. Where'd it go? Did we just watch that right here? Yep. That's fire coming down from heaven.
And do you think that it's all about the Hezbollah strongholds? Because the way they're talking about it,
Woo, look at
yeah,
the fire.
it's unbelievable.
See the fire? That's crazy. This devil got power.
And do you think that it's all about the Hezbollah strongholds?
Light 'em up.
Because the way they're talking about it,
All at the same.
yeah,
Woo!
it's unbelievable. The way that they're attacking, they're destroying everything.
That's great power right there. And that's what it's talking about right here. Great wonders, great signs, so that it should even cause fire out of heaven to come down to the earth in the presence of men. Let's see. Great miracles, fire out of heaven. That's what we're watching. Those are great miracles, great signs. Okay, now we'll get one more. It's 12 and 12. 13 and 13, 12 and 12, right? Now, here's what we see this guy doing. He's desperate, right? That's what Scott Ritter is saying. That this devil is absolutely desperate because he knows. He knows time is running out. Therefore, this is Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. That's why he's doing, he's conducting genocides, and he's in other people's lands, claiming it, and, starting fights and coveting different, taking people's land by force. All right. So anyway, he's being pushed out. Just be patient, right? And watch under prayer. With that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brother and sister. Shalom.